Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Syndicate Competitive League's commentary booth. I am Apathetic Brent here with Bacchanalian, and we have our third match between Footwork and Try the Verge. Currently, Try the Verge is up in the series 2-1. So it looks like Footwork has decided to completely diverge from what they were doing previously and show up with a complete sentry base setup. They have EOS, Triple Ishtar, Vexor Navy Issue, Vexor, Double Executioner, Stiletto, and a Merlin.
And from the Try the Verge team, we're looking at a Paladin, 2 EOS, Oneros, 3 Enyo, and 3 Merlin comp. So again, going back to that Marauder with EOS comp, very strong. They did bring logistics again this time. I think Guardian was banned. That's correct. Guardian slept Vulture Demos, so instead of the Guardian, they brought in Oneros. And we see Eden Main's EOS immediately put into armor. Duilius Artj's Ishtar also put into armor. EOS looks like he's going to be able to rep a little bit back, but we'll see. This is a lot of damage put down across the board very, very quickly.
Yeah, as far as the trade's concerned, if you can trade an EOS for an Ishtar, you're doing all right. Eden Main is now tanking a little bit, and the damage is pretty slow flowing onto Julius Arche. I'm sure they picked him first because he is their team captain.
And we see a little bit of damage now on the Ishtar of Walex the One. So we have 2 Ishtar taking damage, which is a bit of an odd, a little bit of damage spread perhaps. Maybe drones got away from somebody onto something else. Eden Main's drones auto-aggroed perhaps. And we have damage on NSA Beavis. Perhaps they're going to try to put both these EOS into armor, confuse the Oneros a little bit, and see if they can break through the logistics reps without having to take out the logistics. Meanwhile, Walex the One's Ishtar is now also into armor. So we have 2 Ishtars sitting at almost half armor. An Executioner on Footwork side put right into structure and about to go down. And we have the shield stripped off of our Merlin on the Try the Verge side.
Yeah, I think Footwork made a pretty big mistake here. One of the benefits of having sentries is instant damage application across the field. They should have taken that Oneros out right away and then gone after these other ships, because the EOSs are able to tank with the help of this Oneros. With that, we do lose our Fish Ishtar. We have one at about 50% armor. The Footwork Stiletto of Commander Cougs is holding on. He's ripping pretty large amounts of armor, but he is about to go down.
Yeah, what I missed is why they switched Ishtars with Duilius that low close to dying, but they did get the other one down, and Duilius looks like he's going down soon. Meanwhile, we have the Oneros on the Try the Verge side into armor as well. Both EOS is holding on tight. Mizer's Merlin's taking a little armor damage, and we have Chunky Lafunga on Footwork side, the Executioner, into structure now.
Yeah, he's going to go down. We also have Duilius in structure. With that, I think they lose this Ishtar without killing a single thing. They're down 2 Ishtars now and a couple support frigates. I think this match is pretty well decided for Try the Verge.
Yeah, unfortunately, I agree. There goes that Ishtar, in fact. And still, you see damage across so many different targets on the Try the Verge side, but nothing really in trouble. Even that Oneros isn't bothering to rep his armor. He doesn't have a local rep. Whichever it is, his armor's not moving one way or another. He's just kind of comfortably hanging out.
There was a little armor rep there. We see Velsinia in the Ishtar, or Vexor Navy issue rather, in about 60% armor, and the Vex are taking a good amount of damage too. Meanwhile, there's no real appreciable damage that's going to stick being applied onto the Try the Verge side. And let's not forget, on the back end of all of this, they still have a Paladin, which could clear the entire field, the entire remaining field, by himself if he was given the time.
Yep, and there goes that Vexor Navy. Meanwhile, we don't see much rep power. We do see some reps now coming off of the Oneros, but he's damped down, maybe perhaps having trouble repping. Not that it really matters. There's not much damage for him to rep, but NSA Beavis EOS is just sitting in armor 75% or so. We have Mr. Merlin back to half shields already. We have Yorm Ama. Oh wow! Just the last frigate on the Footwork side just vaporized off the field. I didn't even see it take damage. I just saw it disappeared. And we have the Vexor into armor. We have Acefire's EOS now taking shield damage. So it looks like now it's just a matter of mop up for Try the Verge. Already GFs and local from the Footwork team.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much inevitable at this point. You've got 2 Vexor holes and an EOS left against 2 EOSs and a Paladin. Doesn't matter what else is on the field, regardless of the fact that, that secondary is actually able to take out a lot on its own. Sasule will end up being about half armor at the end of all of this. There's a split fire coming onto the Footwork team as Your Mama and the Vexer and Ace Fire and the Eos are both taking some damage. It's coming in slightly slow. I would expect there to be a lot more damage coming down onto him, but maybe they're just not in a hurry. Maybe they want to loot the field on CC and get those 100-isk items.
Yep, this has been a long road for these competitors on both sides, and looks like it is finally coming to an end. We have some epic battles all the way through the winners and the losers bracket, for that matter. Some really exciting days here of SCL. I was able to catch most of it. Unfortunately, did miss a few, but looking forward to going back and watching the VODs when they'll be posted. We should have the videos up available to watch watch the matches that preceded this one. And if your favorite team got knocked out a little early, perhaps you missed some other matches, look for those. They will be posted as well. It looks like Ace Fire's Eos is now into structure, and he will be dropping very shortly. NSA Beavis repped back up. Knifey's Paladin putting our armor a little bit here. Ishtar and Vexer's drones by themselves aren't going to do a whole lot to a Paladin in Bastion mode, so we'll see that next Vexer drop down as soon as he's targeted. It looks like he's already taking damage, and then the Ishtar will follow.
Yep, just a quick cleanup here, same as it was a few minutes ago. It's going to be try the Verge. Taking pretty much two SCLs in a row. It was Verge of Collapse that took SCL4, if memory serves. And then SCL5, more of an amalgamation between Hydra pilots and Verge of Collapse pilots. Taking SCL5, not a huge shock. The biggest shocker to me of this tournament was the fact that Footwork put them into the losers bracket in the first place.
Yeah, that is quite a story, actually, for Footwork, too. So knock them down to the losers bracket and make them just grind all the way through that, because that makes the road a lot harder for anybody. If anyone watched the AT saw that, too. It's even more pronounced there. We see that Vexer probably need to go down, just an Ishtar left for Footwork. But you have your work cut out for you when you drop into the losers bracket, and if you plan to get to the final and win, then you've got a lot of matches ahead of you, a lot of preparation to do. And Try the Verge, had to go through that. They weathered that storm, and they made their way out. And Footwork looks like made their way to the top via the winners bracket, but didn't have enough to hold off Revenge.
It is a bit funny to me that this is pretty much a mirror match of AT11, in that a team throughout the winners bracket wins and then knocks the eventual winners into the losers bracket, only for them to come back and take the grand final in a semi-close series. I mean, it was fun. I think that Footwork, and keep in mind, Footwork doesn't have near the tournament pedigree that Try the Verge do. They're relative newcomers. The first time they really showed up on the scene was in preparatory matches for AT11, where they were just helping out the CCP staff test the tournament tool. And from there, they went on to do pretty well in the Alliance tournament and do pretty well in the following SCLs as well.
Yeah, it's always great to see, and it really is, anybody with an organized team and good enough pilots can go all the way through. You don't have to be Hydra, you don't have to be Pandemic Legion to do well in a tournament setting. You can put together a team and learn as you go, and there we have the final ship exploding for Footwork. So they are taking second place honors in SCL5, while Try the Verge have taken top honors yet again.